Good morning, guys, and welcome to day 22 of Inktober. My name is Nikki Nees, and today's prompt is ghost. So I've actually been going through a lot of different ideas for this prompt. At first, I couldn't think of anything. I had no idea what to do. So I was thinking of drawing like a cell phone and a text conversation and then just scene. Getting ghosted. But I thought that was pretty dumb and I didn't really want to draw a cell phone. And then I was thinking, well, I could draw a ghost. I mean, that's pretty straightforward. The very first drawing of Inktober was a ghost, and I didn't want to redo the same ghost or anything. And I know I could have done a different ghost, so I was thinking maybe like a little cute ghost, like bedsheet ghost with like cute little chains that he's rattling and stuff. That was another idea. I had so many different ideas coming through my head, and I would settle on one and be like, that's what I'm gonna do, and then a little bit later be like, nah, I don't really like it. I realized that I didn't have to draw a human ghost. So actually what I'm gonna do is I'm going to draw my best friend. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to draw a kitty ghost. So as I've told you guys already, October is of course my favorite month, and Halloween is one of my absolutely favorite holidays. And it's very true. I absolutely adore Halloween. However, last year on Halloween, I actually had to say goodbye to one of my best friends. And you might be thinking to yourself, wow, pathetic, this person's best friend was a cat. But oh well, you don't know me. I had Jewel, was her name. I had her since I was like 8 years old. So I had her for a very long time, and she made it to 20 years, which is fantastic for a cat. But yeah, it just happened to be, it was time. Why can't I do this? Hold on, let's get the general shape. But yeah, so I'm actually drawing Jewel in her little ghosty form. So I got her when I was 8 years old. I had her for a very long time, so that's why she was like my best friend. She was with me through so many things, more than a cat normally would be. So she was very, very, very special to me. She also had the softest fur in the world. She had more like rabbit fur than cat fur. And it was amazing. It was just so soft. It was so pleasant to pet. I made her too big. Hold on. She was actually very small. I don't know if she was a runt. I don't think she was a runt or anything, but maybe I just had really fat cats ever since, but she was actually very small. She would keep her weight to like 10 pounds even. She was really good about making sure her weight was spot on. She was a very princessy little princess. It's so fat! And like, I know I'm not the only person, of course, who has gone through losing a best friend in this regard. I mean, pets, it's kind of what they do. You bring them in, they're part of the family, but you have to say goodbye to them. And like, it was fine. Honestly, it was time when it was time, and we knew it was definitely time. So it was honestly, first off, it was the first pet that I'd ever had to make that choice on. But it was honestly an easy choice at the time because she wasn't happy anymore. She was fine. She just slept all day, didn't move. She no longer played. She didn't want to, be around the other cats, which she always hated the other cats. I always felt so bad for her because she just hated every other living creature. And I would force her, like, I love animals and dogs and cats and everything. So of course I've always had 2 cats or more. And, she was my first cat. So she had, of course, a special place. But even still, like, I would ask her, like, this is Remy, be nice to him. And she hated him. Oh, she hated the living pucky out of that poor little kitty. But that happened like with every single cat we got. And also with the dogs, she hated the dogs. So like she just wasn't happy and didn't want to be around anybody else. It was actually really funny when Mr. No Name and I were like dating and stuff. Like he'd come over and she hated his guts. She didn't like him. He was taking me away from her because I was her favorite person in the world. She was just very, very unhappy with the whole thing. But what's funny about it is towards the end, he was her favorite human. Because I had to do like all the cleaning stuff for her, so like I became, the person that was the adult, and I was adulting, so she didn't really like it. But he was able to pet her in just the right way, and she loved that. So she actually adored him towards the end. He called her bitch kitty, was what he would call her. And then of course, for the last couple of years, they were best buddies. So it was just really funny. All right, so she had like a little pattern here. She was a calico, so she was mostly white, but she had little like brown and black stripes on her tail, and on her face she had like a little design on her head, and her ears were cute little brown. But that was about it. For the most part, she was mostly white. She was gorgeous. She was such a pretty kitty. And the best thing about it is she would actually like curl up like this. She would put her fluffy little tail kind of over her nose, and then she would make the perfect little fox face. She was a very special kitty. I've done a portrait of her before, actually. All right, I think that's pretty good. There is Jewel, her little ghosty. I made a little thing to put her in. Hold on. There's my ghost. I like to imagine that, while I'm here and doing all my stuff, she's still kind of just there, curled up at my feet. And, I'd like to imagine that whatever awaits us beyond the grave, like whether it's heaven, hell, whatever it is, she's kind of sitting there at the door, just kind of waiting. And she would never admit it. She would never say that she was waiting for me to come see her and pet her again or anything like that. She'd never admit it. It just would be happenstance. It would be an accident that she would be in the same room as that portal would be. But, I'd like to think she's still there. Because I miss her a lot. I still do. I still tell stories and, talk about her all the time and stuff because she was a very special kitty cat. She was always there for me when I needed her. So it was very good to have her. I was very lucky to have her in my life because she helped me out a lot. But there is my prompt for today. There is Ghost. Sorry guys, it kind of got a little sad, and I mean, it doesn't have to be sad. Like, I like to celebrate her. Like, I want to celebrate her life and everything, so I try to think of different ways that I can draw her or put her into my work, because she was just so important to me. So I think this is great. Like, this is a great way to kind of show her that I love her and remind myself of her and everything. So thank you guys for allowing me to do that, and thank you for taking a look at my ghost prompt for today. Hey, tell me what you think down below. If this was, an okay drawing, if it was not a good tribute, let me know in the comments what you thought of my drawing. I will see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow's prompt is ancient. So we will be doing ancient tomorrow. I'll see you then. Bye guys.